Resident Evil sound effects, zombies. Hey everybody, what's up? It's me, steamjoe here. I am back with another reaction. This one is for Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, the newest 7-minute video. This game right here talk about a big shift from one entry in the franchise to another one. Resident Evil 6 was action-packed, third person, explosions, propaganda, this and that. The producers decided that, the Resident Evil franchise as a whole needed to go back to its roots, which was, less on action, more on horror. But instead of making it in third person or isometric view, they actually did it in first person. So now you have a first-person horror game that is titled Resident Evil 7, and not only that, it has the Biohazard tag, which is what it carries in Japan and other countries, outside of the U.S. So this one is going to be interesting. Capcom has heard the fans' need for a Resident Evil that wasn't heavy on action. And producers and directors also felt like they needed to scale it back a bit, which is fine with me. The only issue I have with this new vision is I hope that in a way they can still incorporate, Chris, Jill, Leon, Claire, Albert, all of the vets. I hope that they just don't, Capcom just don't push them out the way and be like, let's, reboot the franchise. I almost thought this was a reboot in a way, but it's still titled 7, Resident Evil 7, so I'm guessing it's not. But hopefully they don't, totally just scrap what happened before in the previous entries and start up a whole new franchise with Resident Evil. Because I still think that the core of Resident Evil with the characters that were in, 1 through 6 are, hey, they still great, man. They still good. And I grew up with them, so for me it's like, you can't see them leave. But this one is going to be different. More focus on horror, less focus on action, less bullets. Hey, let's see. I thought out of all of the Resident Evils, excluding 7 because it hasn't came out yet, I thought Resident Evil 4 was the perfect blend of horror and action. It wasn't, too over the top, but then it wasn't, I guess in a way you could say slow paced or boring or anything. Not that I thought Resident Evil 1 through 3 were boring, but compared to 4, you can tell that 4 it was just like the perfect storm. Hopefully 7 is the same way, but from the little clips I've seen, I'm a little cautious, but I'm a big fan of Capcom and I'm a big fan of the Resident Evil franchise, so I hope that this turns out good. So now you're following a new protagonist. His name is Ethan Winters. He's searching for his wife. It leads him to Louisiana, and then he runs into the Baker's family, which are just insane. They're like a cross between The Hills Have Eyes, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, this and that. You can tell that Capcom really went through the horror movies and books, TV shows, and everything to really get their own blend of, what they wanted to do with the franchise. But enough talk. Let's watch this 7-minute trailer or gameplay footage. Okay, so this is Resident Evil 7. 7 minutes of gameplay footage. And start. So this one is a lot more immersive than the other ones just because it is in first person. So you can have more scarier elements involved as opposed to before, especially with 6, because 6 was just action. Which, hey, I was actually a fan of Resident Evil 6. I liked it. Of course, it wasn't traditional Resident Evil, no, but I thought that what they did with it wasn't bad. So, he's walking through. The graphics are really
thought you'd just slip out before dinner was done?
So they're still zombies, but like mutated zombies in a way, because they can still talk and interact with other beings. He is getting it out. Let's see what this one. It's more so almost helpless to a certain degree. Unless you can find a way.
How am I going to replace this?
Well, see, now he has to outmaneuver. Ethan has to outmaneuver the zombie. Puts right through the wall. That's nice. Okay, so now this is Ethan with a weapon. Let's see how this works out. Good with that was that stuff? No crosshairs. I wonder if you can put one on it.
That gun is not going to work the way you think it will.
You don't talk to her. That's crazy. I wonder if Ethan can talk though. He can certainly run.
Oh boy! Now look what you've done, motherfucker! This is the end, you know?
Wait, fire resistant? That's it. So now sound is important because you have to listen.
Open up.
To see if anybody is around.
Hey!
How dark it is. I don't know, flashlight. I guess not. The monster in the wheelchair, a zombie in the wheelchair, has been in so many movies. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Hills Have Eyes. So you can see all of the influences Capcom is, showing. This really, in a way, reminds me of Texas Chainsaw. Southern State. You got the family, The only thing they missing is Leatherface. And the front door. But still can't get out. Remember on the first one, when you was in the mansion, you couldn't get out the front door because of the dogs. So I say they're still keeping you trapped. And this one, oh shoot. Couldn't even see what those were. What is zombies? So I wonder how much of a role Umbrella has with all of this. This one is taking a lot from the first Resident Evil. Joe, Ethan. You always gotta look behind you, so I'll check the play players are looking behind them. Somebody can grab you. I'm trying to figure out though.
I told you to stay out of here!
That's weird though. He's looking for his wife. I wonder what brought him all the way to a mansion. Listen, his wife worked for the umbrella maker. The phone. Yeah, 'cause this is, I think, 4 years after Resident Evil 6. So. Now, some people, well, somebody I knew had told me that they thought Ada was going to be a part of this game. They had read a rumor somewhere. And the reason why I brought that up was because on the phone it almost kind of sounded like Ada, but I'm not too sure.
Did my daddy give you a hard time?
Yeah, but that's what one of my friends had said, that Ada was going to be a part of the game, but they didn't know, in what form or capacity. Man, it was it didn't feel like no 7 minutes. But that was the Resident Evil 7 minute gameplay footage. It's not bad, it's not bad. I'm intrigued. I just hope that Capcom, mixes in those fan favorites and, some kind of way tie them in. If they can do that, I'm pretty sure that they'll deliver on the gameplay and horror aspects and survival aspects and this and that, but they gotta get that story right. If they can do that, then this game will be gold. But that was it, guys. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more great content. As always, steamjoe out.